Forward. This booklet is printed for those who are truly searching for the answers to the age-old question, what is truth? Any method or teaching that promises help, enlightenment, or growth is spurious and a total waste of time and effort. Some of the more generally known systems that follow today are astrology, aura readings, Ouija boards, metaphysics, medicine, meditation, any mental or physical manipulation, mind expansion, palmistry, theology, the pyramids, ESP, and transcendental meditation. These ideologies go on ad infinitum and they end up in the same ditch of nonsense. They accomplish absolutely nothing. The countless complex ideologies that have mushroomed down through the centuries have by no means solved the dilemma of humanity. One truth exists: God is all. This is the simple truth. In the name of enlightenment, the old and tried systems of teaching are being forsaken, more liberal methods adopted, experimentation, and so-called progressive trends are being tried out to the point that minimum fundamental requirements are omitted. High school graduates and college students are frequently finding themselves unequipped with even the basic training that should have been taught in the grammar grades. The church is busy revealing and reviling the sins and evils which so easily beset Adam's offsprings. Man's personal doom for disobedience to moral codes and laws is clearly set forth in the pulpit and by way of radio, TV, and the printed page. Only through one's improved thinking, spiritualization of his mind, his conduct, can he escape the divine punishment for past infraction of ecclesiastical doctrine or rules. Cults and societies dot the countryside, each striving to spread the gospel and bring help and comfort, joy and happiness, improved awareness and better personal thinking to their followers. We do not mean to discredit these systems or groups, question their integrity or sincerity or purpose, belittle their works. But in the light of truth we ask, to whom has any contentment or satisfaction been given? Who has been helped, saved, elevated, and by whom? God being the sole, one present, the all that is all. As society is what it is because of what it believes truth to be, its foremost leaders look to the human mind for these answers. They assume all can be worked out correctly if they take deeper thought, more carefully reason, plan, and weigh. Seeking divine assistance is occasionally considered, but most thinkers are convinced that God has given them a separate mind and that it is up to them to use it, that God is apt only to help those who help themselves. So what is the result of this procedure? This today we stand at the peak never before reached by mankind, a peak of human thinking. They are unaware that it is very blindness, this assumption of separate personal minds, that is the underlying cause of the world's dilemma. Will more of the same poison cure the poison, or does the admonition concerning the blind leading the blind now declare that to be the sure way out of the ditch? If thinking of the human variety would solve anything, the world today would be free. The entire globe is being bombarded with countless ideologies. Each major field of endeavor spreads its particular brand of propaganda. Learn to think more, think better, think this way, think that way, think in opposition, but think. Let us glance at some of these systems. Do they honor God as all of all? Metaphysics is urging the populace to awaken, be individual, understand good and the nature of evil. It instructs one to be man, to shut out the general clamor and get in tune with deity via a process of denial and affirmation, thus controlling his destiny, healing the sick, cleansing the leper, and ministering to the outcast, the burden of the universe. Metaphysics, an attempted spiritualization of human thought, a guiding and guarding of the mental process, is not the way to peace. Politics, individual growth of personality or unfoldment, moral control are not the answer. There is but one way, and that way is already established. It takes neither time nor personal effort to bring it to pass, for it is already at hand. Storming it as a human being, a personality, an individual mentality, will not open the doors. What is the answer to our global dilemma? Is an all-out war the solution, or will this but sow the seeds of civilization's ultimate collapse? Can councils of state solve the problem? Can the individual citizen do nothing to help in this major issue? Will metaphysics, mind science, or any other form of human thought-taking assist in bringing peace to the race of man? God's way is the sole way. There can be no other, for his way is infinite, all-inclusive. There can be nothing beside. Psychology has established a firm toehold. It also deals with one as a human, his actions and behavior falling into certain patterns. He is told that if he desires a semblance of equanimity, he has the capacity, the right to adjust himself to the problem, so he too can march down the road to extinction with the rest of society. Psychiatry is flourishing in the realm of medicine. It advocates that the personal maladjustment underlying certain troublesome ailments can be discovered and corrected if the probing into the conscious and the unconscious or subconscious is expert and deep enough. The world of Adam, humanity, is held in the grip of fear of a new type of nuclear war that may wipe man off the planet, fear of the unknown, of disease, lack, disaster, death. No portion of the globe seems free. Economic struggles, family disputes, personal limitations, unprecedented crimes against teenagers, moral ignorance, confusion, anxiety, and a great longing for peace. God's will fill the land. Where only can satisfaction be found? What do the leaders tell us to do? Where would they have us seek? Does this admonition to pause and take thought increase the struggle to lay hold on theology's God? Improve, evolve, have more faith in the great unknowable. Does this help? If so, would it not have solved the situation long ago? Do we have to be urged along these lines? Have we not all spent the midnight hours on bended knees, beseeching aid from a deity who supposedly is aware of our weaknesses, our needs, nay, supposedly uses these methods of torment as a whip to drive us to him? Dear reader, the God of love knows not of such suffering, sinners, and trouble. He knows nothing of the blind who are leading the blind into their own ditch of nonsense. As man, a mortal or human being, all the finite effort, doctrinal belief, personal, racial, and spiritual evolution, drastic, modern, and progressive education will reveal no truth. There is no God in any of it. None of it is in God. Mind is truth, God, and is all the truth. No truth can be found outside of mind or God. The general public believes that each human being has a separate mind which can think for itself. It also assumes that each lesser animal has a mind with which it can think, but on a lower scale than the man-mind. While some men admit that there is a divine intelligence God, he is assumed to share presence, power, and prestige with evil, and to be much less active or specifically involved in intimately daily affairs. Any effort of a human mind to grasp the untarnished, unlimited, unconditional intelligence is hopeless. It cannot know or understand the things of God. Why? Because it is not intelligent. The human sense does not deal in or with truth. To mind, God, it has no reality, no entity, no being. The Infinite One is the only mentality there is. No other so-called mind exists. To understand these things and not be found wanting, one merely needs to behold that is mind. Intelligence is infinite. There can be but that one, because there is no finite or human, no personal or contrary, reversed or perversed identity, state, or condition. Duality, a finite and an infinite state, is impossible, for one is the perpetual exclusion of the other. Your mind is either infinite, divine, and there is not finite, or it is finite and there is nothing divine or infinite. One does not approach mind via education, reincarnation, evolution, mental gymnastics, or memory. It is not through better breeding, better living, better thinking that one perceives his identity, self, is aware of presence, intelligence, consciousness, life eternal. One does not evolve into heaven, nor progress via cause-effect into the state of plenty, security. One cannot take the kingdom of heaven by storm, nor wrest his identity, self-awareness therefrom. Generally speaking, meditation is a form of mental medication. Intelligence knows nothing human, does not think. Thinking, learning, understanding, going into the silence, is predicated on duality. The need to make a contact or to get in rapport is a matter of synchronization, a getting together, a becoming, uniting, merging into, or blending with oneness. Such notions, endeavors, or efforts stem from the basic assumption that the self is separated from the I that I am, that I have broken away from the alone one being, that I must return to the eternally changeless intelligence that I am. Only in the realm of thought-taking can double-minded nonsense and complex impossibilities appear to thrive and make sense. As the finite bears no relation whatever to truth, any fable or falsity is acceptable, each adding to the general confusion, the babble of conflicting theories concerning God. To a dimensional man's sense,